Our top story this morning, just 2 days ahead of Prime Minister Modi's mega Howdy Modi event in Texas, Houston is all decked up and ready to witness Prime Minister Modi and US President Donald Trump share stage. The event will also see top American business leaders and lawmakers attending the event. Here's our special report counting down to how Houston is preparing to say Howdy Modi.
The stage is set for the biggest global event of the year. Over 50,000 people will gather at one of America's stadiums.
Welcome to Texas.
To witness the coming together of two of the biggest world leaders. Narendra Modi and Donald Trump will share stage on 22nd September in Houston, Texas. It is here that Trump will say, Howdy Modi. Huge hoardings welcoming Narendra Modi to Houston have already come up. Excitement is palpable. Apart from Modi and Trump, the Howdy Modi event will see the biggest American lawmakers and business leaders in attendance, including US Senators John Cornyn and Ted Cruz, and lawmakers Ami Bera, Raja Krishnamurthy, Tulsi Gabbard and Brad Sherman. From Madison Square Garden to Wembley to Sydney, Prime Minister's events abroad have been a mega show of India's strength and soft power. The Texas event promises to be much bigger and better. Bureau Report, India Today.
My colleague Gaurav Sawant is joining us live on the broadcast from Houston. Gaurav, let me go straight across to you. Welcome to the broadcast. Gaurav, what are you seeing around you? How is Houston preparing for Howdy Modi?
There is, of course, at this point of time, a thunder alert. It's been raining almost non-stop since morning. As of now, of course, a little lull before that storm. But there's one, a thunderstorm alert, and two, a flood alert in Houston ahead of Prime Minister Narendra Modi's mega event here at the NRG Stadium. Now, the NRG Stadium is being decked up. The US Secret Service and the Special Protection Group, their teams, they've already come down here. They are assessing the situation on ground and the security on ground. There are huge posters that have been put up all over Houston, which says, welcome to Houston, Modi, welcome to Texas, Prime Minister of India. The Indian community is assembling here in large numbers over the next 2 days. What's also extremely exciting is the cultural events that are being planned. So this will be India's show of soft power. So a lot of cultural events to do with India, whether it's dance performances or a display of other events that have taken place. You know, India's power display, that all of that will happen here at Houston. But as of now, because of the rain, because of the thunderstorm, people have been asked to remain indoors. There is also a flood alert here, Shravasti.
Right, Gaurav, we were just seeing images of the videos that have been put up by the Howdy Modi event, how people from across America are so excited about Prime Minister Modi sharing the stage with Donald Trump. What is the feeling over there right now? What's the excitement like in the air?
The Indian community members we've spoken to, they are super excited about this. So we've covered Prime Minister Narendra Modi at the Madison Square Garden, then in 2016 at Silicon Valley. This is twice the size, if not more. 20,000, 25,000 in the past. This is 50,000 and counting. There are about 8 to 9,000 people who are already on the waiting list. And this NRG Stadium behind us, now the NRG Stadium is one of the largest soccer stadiums here in the United States of America. It has a seating capacity of about 70,000. So Prime Minister of India and the US President being here, there is a lot of buzz around it. Even here, you know, when we were coming out of the airport, the taxi drivers we were speaking to, the Indian community members we were speaking to, they've never had an event like this where for two political leaders such a large crowd is to assemble.
Right, Gaurav, stay on with us. We just want to bring our viewers up to speed with what's happening back home in India on the Howdy Modi event, and we'll come back to you in just a moment. So just stay on with me. Now, as the countdown begins for the Howdy Modi event at Houston, back home in India, politics is only escalating after Congress General Secretary Priyanka Gandhi's scathing attack on the Prime Minister. Now her brother and Wayanad MP Rahul Gandhi too has mocked the Howdy Modi event. In a tweet, Rahul used the economic slowdown to mock the Howdy Modi event. He tweeted, and I quote here, "Howdy economy doing, Mr. Modi? Ain't too good, it seems." Earlier, Priyanka Gandhi too had taken a dig at the Prime Minister, saying that the events held abroad will not help get investors in India. She went on to say that the investor confidence has taken a hit and has accused the government of ignoring the reality back home in India.
आजाद भारत के पहले प्रधानमंत्री भारत के बुलंद आवाजों को अपने डैश पर बुलाया हो, ये मैं समझता हूं दुनिया के इतिहास में, भारत के इतिहास में अमेरिका जैसा देश हमारे प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी को बुलाया है, ये हमारे लिए गर्व की बात है। सीना 56 नहीं 156 इंच का हो गया, और उन लोगों का भी सीना हो जाना चाहिए जो आज तक मोदी को देश में गाली देते रहे।
ट्रेड का तो मसला हल नहीं हो रहा अमेरिका से हमारा, मगर स्टेज तो आप दोनों एक साथ शेयर करेंगे। अजीब व गरीब मामला है, ट्रेड का मसला हल ही नहीं हो रहा। यूएस और चाइना का जो ट्रेड का मसला है, उससे हमारे कंट्री के इकनॉमी पे उस पर इफेक्ट पड़ रहा है। अफगानिस्तान में यूएस क्या करने वाला है नहीं मालूम, मगर हमको भी इससे खतरा लायक है। मगर आप स्टेज शेयर कर रहे हैं, ठीक है, करिए।
It's wonderful. I mean, if it's Howdy Modi outside India, it should be Howdy Modi inside India also. Modi should go to the rural areas of this country and have an event like Howdy Modi, and the people of India will tell him, what they are facing. I hope he has these events, but he has these external extravaganzas, for both internal and external consumption.
Right, my colleague Milan is also joining us live on the broadcast, but we still have Gaurav Sawant who's joining us live from Houston. Let's go back to Gaurav. Gaurav, back home in India, politics is brewing. The opposition is accusing the government and Prime Minister Modi of ignoring the economy and attending this event. But what the centre is saying that it's a bit to woo investors, and that is why the opposition must unite for India's global image.
You know, the opposition well within its rights as a democracy to raise all the points that it is. And I had put this question about whether something like this is just optics or something more substantive will come out of it, to Nisha Desai Biswal, who's the president of the US-India Business Council. And Nisha Desai Biswal was of the opinion that this could be a win-win both for India and for the United States of America. So you have a US president who talks about America first, and you have Prime Minister Narendra Modi who talks about India first. So will there be a common meeting ground? Well, the hope is that India's energy requirements, US wants to sell more energy, India needs more energy. Will they, will the twain meet here at the prices that suit both countries? That's point one. That will be one of the key issues here. Remember, the Prime Minister is also having a meeting, a CEO's conference here in the United States of America to draw business into India. He's also having a conference with the energy head honchos here in the United States of America. So it remains to be seen whether this remains optics or whether business does come into India, because yes, there are issues, there are major trade issues between India and the United States of America, but the two, the Commerce Secretary of the United States of America and our Commerce Minister, they've been in touch throughout, hoping that some middle ground will be found and some news would be expected around the 22nd of September.
Right. Let me go across to Milan right now. Milan, as Gaurav was just telling us that Prime Minister Modi is all set to meet business leaders, and he has a meeting with US CEOs over there as well. So is the opposition right in raking up the economy when the Prime Minister is going with the agenda of trying to woo investors into India to revive the economy?
that's right. The opposition has raked up the entire agenda right on the backdrop of the Howdy Modi event that's supposed to take place in Houston. And let me also tell you that they have been badgering the government where it hits the most. They have spoken about how, the razzle-dazzle that is so being quoted by the opposition is not going to help revive the economy. And certainly in tweets by Rahul Gandhi as well as Priyanka Gandhi there, they have questioned whether or not this event is actually going to help revive the economy. We've been hearing numbers. The government is poised to move towards a $5 trillion economy. They're also talking about how the growth has been, stated at 5%. And they've also been talking about rural distress. And this is how the politics here back home has erupted on the backdrop of the Howdy Modi event, where the opposition is questioning whether or not it's going to heed any results for the ailing economy at this point of time.
Right, Milan and Gaurav, thank you so much for joining us with those updates over there. Prime Minister Modi all set to go to Houston on Saturday, but ahead of that, opposition training its guns back home in India. Now, shifting focus, Defence Minister Rajnath Singh will fly India's indigenously built aircraft Tejas in Bengaluru today. Rajnath will be the first Defence Minister to fly the Tejas aircraft. He will in fact be flying the aircraft at 9 a.m. from the Hindustan Aeronautics Limited Airport in Bengaluru. Sources have told India today that before taking the sortie, the Raksha Mantri will be briefed for 30 minutes by the IAF pilots. India's very own fighter jet Tejas flies at a maximum speed of 2,205 kilometers per hour and has a range of 850 kilometers. The combat range of the aircraft is 500 kilometers with maximum internal fuel. The aircraft's ferry range is 2,100 kilometers with drop tanks. Now, after a fierce face-off between the TMC and the BJP, West Bengal Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee looks to have softened her approach towards the centre. Now, the Bengal Chief Minister is likely to meet Amit Shah in the national capital today. This after she met Prime Minister Modi. Now, Mamata had expressed her interest in meeting the Home Minister as well yesterday. On Wednesday, the West Bengal Chief Minister termed her meeting with the Prime Minister as non-political and a courtesy call that turned out to be fruitful. Now, remember, Mamata and Amit Shah too have been at loggerheads with each other. Mamata's police in fact denied permission to Shah's chopper landing as well during the elections, in addition to the face-off between the BJP and the TMC over Rath Yatra and political killings.
আমি একবার চেষ্টা করব যদি সময় পাই তাহলে হোম মিনিস্টারকে কালকে যদি থাকেন যদি টাইম দিতে পারেন একবার জাস্ট কার্টেসি মিট করে যাওয়ার मैं आप लोग को यही कहना चाहती हूं कि हमारा जो मीटिंग था प्राइम मिनिस्टर के साथ वो बढ़िया हुआ, अच्छा हुआ। हमें बंगाल का नाम जो चेंज करने का जो बात है, पश्चिम बंगाल का नाम बांग्ला में करने के लिए बांग्ला राज्यों से जुड़ के उसका बारे में बहुत दिन हम लोगों ने असेंबली में इसको पास किया है। हमारा एमपी टीम भी प्रधानमंत्री का पास पहले आए थे, इसका बारे में हम चर्चा किया। उन्होंने इसको कुछ ना कुछ करने का वादा जरूर उन्होंने किया।
I am not going to say it is obligatory, but it is the convention that Prime Minister invites him to talk to him. This is true. When Prime Minister asking the meeting for Niti Aayog, Chief Minister of Bengal was not present. When the budget session was going on, that time Chief Minister is not coming for the demands of the Bengal. It is true, when the meeting for LWB area, at that time Chief Minister was not come. But better late than never. Now she thought that for the development of the state, it requires the help of the government, of union government. So she asked the time and he got the time.
Now moving to Jharkhand now, where after massive public outrage, the police over there have taken a U-turn in the Tabriz Ansari lynching case. Now the police have reinstated section 302 of murder against the 11 accused. This after the police had dropped murder charges earlier this week on all the 11 accused, citing a post-mortem report that said that the death was due to cardiac arrest alone. Now, during the investigation, it has been found that the viral video that showed Tabriz being tied to a pole and being beaten up by a mob is authentic. In the latest medical report, it was found that Tabriz Ansari died due to a combined effect of fracture and excess blood in his heart chambers, resulting in a cardiac arrest. Now remember, Tabriz was beaten up with rods while he was tied to a pole and forced to chant Jai Shri Ram. The mob had assaulted him over suspicion of theft.
हमारे घर वाले बहुत खुश हैं और हम को बहुत खुशी महसूस हो रही है और प्रशासन से उम्मीद है कि अब हमको इंसाफ मिलेगा.
Meanwhile, former Finance Minister P. Chidambaram's fate hangs in the balance even as his 14-day judicial custody comes to an end today. Now, according to sources, there seems to be no relief in sight, as it is likely that the former Finance Minister's custody will only be extended. This unless the Enforcement Directorate decides to take him into their custody for interrogation. Now, remember, P. Chidambaram's bail plea is set to be heard by the Delhi High Court on the 23rd. Chidambaram is charged with violating Foreign Exchange Management Act and also allegedly violated and misused his position as finance minister to influence tax probe against INX Media.
Thanks for watching the video. For more such news and updates, please like, share and subscribe to India Today. Also check out our other great videos from our channel. We know you would love to.